an entire city in mourning. And neither of you guys was born here, but you both lived here for a very long time. What do you think it is going to take? Because right now I just walk around LA and it just feels like everyone's kind of in shock.
The energy is off, the vibe is off.
But do you feel, I mean, do you think it's, how long is it going to take for people to feel normal?
You know, I think one of the fans said it, you know, Kobe is to LA what water is to the human body. You know, Kobe is everything. You know, the world lost a superhero, like I said yesterday, or a superstar player, but LA lost a superhero. You know, he embodied everything from the player, the man, the father, the businessman, everything that people would strive to be. You know, whether you're playing or you're in business, like his mindset and approach inspired so many more people than just athletes.
I mean, looking down at this scene, it reminds me of the 2016 Cavs championship parade. I was riding on the back of a float with Kyrie Irving, and he was looking at the expanse of 1 million plus people in downtown Cleveland. And he said, one man can change the world, talking about LeBron.
Sure.
Damn it, is that ever true when you look at what's happening here in LA? Kobe Bryant has changed this city, changed this country, changed the world.
Absolutely. And LeBron is one of the few other people who can talk about what that burden feels like, that opportunity feels like to influence so many people. He did take to Instagram his first public comments about Kobe Bryant. And one of the sentences that just stuck out to everyone, Dave, is that he made a promise in that post to carry on Kobe's legacy. He said, it's my responsibility now. What do you think he meant by that?
I think he's stepping into the void. And he's saying, I know this city is hurting. I know this organization is hurting. I know individuals in our locker room are hurting. I'm built for this. Follow my lead. And not to go back to 2016 Cavs again, but you know, it wasn't life and death, but it was a dire basketball situation, down 3-1 to the greatest regular season team of all time, about to get on a flight to Oakland. And he says, get me game 5, I got you
the rest of
in
the way.
game 7.
Yep.
So I think that his message is saying, Laker fans, stay on board.
Right.
City of Los Angeles, there's going to be some relief coming your way because we're going to give you a show to watch, and you know, so you can forget about your troubles a little bit.
It is amazing, by the way, when they show that shot of Dave and you see right behind him is these giant screens are all over the plaza. You see Kobe and Gianna looking down on all of us. Matt, what do you think in terms of LeBron and his, quote, responsibility that he feels now?
I think if anyone could do it, it's him. You know, the way he ended up here, you know, I know he talked to Kobe in that process, and he's always been welcoming. You know, right when LeBron got here, it was the who's the greatest, who's this. Kobe's the greatest Laker. I think everybody knows that, but I think if anyone can take on the challenge of helping heal this city, helping heal this organization, LeBron James definitely can do that.
It's interesting because we had a topic of conversation on our show maybe a month or so ago of who is the greatest Laker, right? And of course, it's a different thing. The greatest player to ever put on a Laker uniform is probably Kareem Abdul-Jabbar or LeBron James. The greatest Laker was a real split on our set of Magic Johnson versus Kobe Bryant, but Magic Johnson came out immediately the morning that Kobe died saying, it's him.
Yeah.
He is the greatest Laker. He is the one.
Well, I think I think Kobe's the greatest player and the greatest Laker. You know, being able to battle against him, and that's all due respect to Kareem and to Magic and what they did, but what Kobe took on and embraced, obviously after he won his first 3 titles with Shaq, and the way he had to reinvent himself as a man and as a player to rally these troops up and win 2 more. And then I came in 2010 and we were going for a 3-peat. Unfortunately, it didn't happen, but I think the evolution of Kobe, you know, I talked to him as if he was ours because he came here at 17 as a kid.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And we watched him grow up from, I remember being in my UCLA dorm room where he's going to pick Vanessa up in high school in a Lamborghini and helicopters were following him. You know what I mean? So all the ups and downs, the goods and the bads, like we saw him become the superhero in front of our eyes. And I think that's why it's so hard for all of these people in LA to accept this fact that him and his daughter are gone, because like I said, he was ours.
All these people behind us, Dave, I'm not going to put all of them in the same category, but a lot of them probably had some mixed feelings when LeBron came. And we remember seeing the murals that went up around LA because there was sort of Kobe and LeBron side by side, but we saw people Xing out LeBron, right?
Right, yeah, there was, and Kobe did a lot to change that perception. I think he did a little bit to feed into it before LeBron officially came to the Lakers.
Right.
I remember when the Cavs made the finals in 2018 and beat the Boston Celtics, there was a lot of talk of Jordan and LeBron being the greatest, and Kobe kind of jumped in that conversation on Twitter.
I remember, what did he say? He goes, everyone's arguing about whether LeBron, me, or Michael are the greatest. And it was sort of like, are people arguing about that?
Right.
But he that's what he did.
And he told
and
Howard
that
Beck,
confidence is what we loved about him.
Course.
And he had a case.
Of course he did.
No question.
Of course he did. He's, no question, a top 10, if not top 5 player of all time. But he told Howard Beck, you know, when you come to Lakers, you better win a championship.
Right, yes.
But as soon as he put on that number 23 uniform, everything changed.
Right.
And he embraced him, and he came to games, and he sat courtside, and he consulted with Rob Pelinka, trying to help him make this team better. And the way he went above and beyond to really make LeBron feel welcome and special with passing him in the all-time scoring list just this past Saturday, he wanted to set the tone for Lakers fans and teach them how they should embrace this current team.
Yeah, I mean, how gracious he was Saturday night. Such a credit to him, and to have that be his last sort of public act, I think, is pretty amazing.